Our story starts on December 31st, 2000. And I think the first night we met, I told her that when I finish grad school, I want to quit my job and start my own business.
We actually thought that we were going to start our own bed and breakfast. We thought it just sounded very adventurous and very romantic. Right around Thanksgiving, Chris was researching marine opportunities in the Channel Islands. He's always been a very outdoorsy person, and he came across an advertisement for SailTime Channel Islands. We had never heard of SailTime before. Part of it's because we weren't involved in boating, and part of it is because it was a brand new concept. Fractional sailing wasn't a thing back then. Chris loved the idea, so he flew out to Texas to meet the founders. And by January of 2005, we dropped the idea of the bed and breakfast, and we signed the license agreement for SailTime Orange County.
Well, what really attracted me to SailTime was the ability to share a yacht. You could rent a whole bunch of older boats, or you could have your own boat, which was very expensive, but nothing right in the middle. And that's what SailTime and the fractional lease is. It's on your way to boat ownership. And what SailTime does for our owners is helps them get a revenue source to help cover those costs like the insurance, the maintenance, cleaning, all those aspects of boat ownership.
And so here we were offering a brand new way to have access to a beautiful boat, a brand new way to be able to afford a beautiful boat, and a new way to be able to afford sailing in Newport Beach. This was going to radically change boating in our harbor. I was nervous because we were newlyweds. We had a baby. We had just celebrated our 1-year anniversary. We had no guaranteed income because we were starting from scratch. And we had to really trust in ourselves, and we had to trust in the market to make this a go. We purchased the first boat in our fleet, a 2005 Hunter 33. And over the next 3 years, we added 7 boats to our fleet. We were both doing everything. We didn't have the funds to afford a staff, so Chris was doing the sales, he was doing the boat maintenance, the cleaning, I was doing marketing and accounting.
We were working, 7 days a week, 10 hours a day, and it was a big challenge, but we were seeing people attracted to the SailTime concept, and that gave us, inspiration to bring more boats into our fleet. And we really loved the concept, and we were building a fan base.
We joined SailTime in 2008. We actually owned our own boat at that time and found that it was just so hard to keep it up to date and always something to fix. We met Chris Jester. He introduced us to SailTime, and for us, it's been awesome ever since.
So one of the benefits of owning a boat in SailTime Orange County is that we have members that utilize the boat that help offset a lot of our costs, from the slip fees to the insurance to the maintenance, which is great because it helps, owning a boat in Orange County.
It was an opportunity for us to get into boating, as this is my first boat that I've ever owned, without having to sink as much financial capital into it as we would have to if I was to own the boat myself.
You could own a luxury yacht at a very inexpensive price per month.
It's a family-run business, and they treat, I think, their members like extended family as well. When we first joined, I think there was roughly around maybe 40 people that they had that were members, and now there's about 140 people. And still that same little family environment and atmosphere seems to prevail.
Yeah, relationships are definitely the biggest part of this company. Whether you've been here for over 10 years or it's just your first time in, you're part of our family.
And that's what it's all about, is enjoying your time, getting away from the busy life, and really just enjoying friends and family.
Our core value at SailTime is to bring family and friends together to make beautiful memories on the water. And it's gratifying when you see grandparents, parents, kids, siblings, co-workers, all excited to be doing something really special and unique that they otherwise wouldn't be doing if it weren't for SailTime.
I actually proposed to my wife on the Wanderlust on a trip out to Catalina shortly after we got our certification done. And then the Wanderlust also took us to our wedding, which was also in Catalina. So SailTime and the Wanderlust specifically have been a very integral part of our lives and our story as my wife and I kind of begin our young family.
For the first couple of years, it was smooth sailing. We were bringing on boats and bringing on members and teaching them how to sail.
I've been working with SailTime for about 10 years now and trained hundreds of members. You'll either be working with myself or one of our qualified U.S. Coast Guard captains. We're going to teach you etiquette, safety, and how to navigate coastal waters.
I've gotten into, sailboat racing and doing some crewing, and I've been, I've driven and kind of captained and helmed more boats than I ever thought that I would have in such a short period of time.
But then in late 2007, early 2008, the Great Recession hit, and a lot of people were pulling back. People were losing their jobs. Other SailTime bases were going out of business. Even the manufacturer where we were buying our boats from, Hunter, went out of business. And so we really needed to pivot. We took our sailing school from being just for SailTime and took it to the public. We opened up a captain charter business as well. So we kept doing what we needed to do to continue to grow the business.
So by the end of 2014, we had made it through the Great Recession. Our doors were still open, and with pivoting, we had found ourselves in a pretty good spot. But we also had found that it was time to bring on additional help. We were at a point in our business where Chris and I couldn't do it by ourselves anymore. And that led to the great search for Tom Collins. So what Tom brought to the table was the ability for us to grow. And Tom did have that combination of the sailing experience, the sales experience, the operational experience, and he was also someone who was really trustworthy. So Chris was able to share a lot of Chris's responsibilities so that the two of them together could continue to sell, grow the fleet, and add the members.
So the SailTime values were evident very, very early on. Customer service was the number one key for the business model, making sure you deliver what you say you're going to deliver, being honest with your clients, delivering world-class service, and also world-class product.
SailTime's competitive differentiator is that we start with brand new boats and we only keep them in our fleet for 5 years. And so we started refreshing our fleet in 2016 with brand new Beneteaus. They were building the boats in the United States. We could get parts for them, we could service them, and they were part of Group Beneteau that had Lagoon catamarans and Jeanneau sailboats as well.
It was challenging when Hunter went out of business and we were looking at having to refresh the fleet, but it really became this huge opportunity because Beneteau was loved by sailors, not just worldwide, but here in Orange County, and so it really ended up becoming the perfect boat for our fleet.
From 2016 to 2019, things were going pretty well, and we were pretty excited with the prospects. Then all of a sudden, COVID hit.
And that was a whole other set of challenges. Newport Beach had the harbor open, but the ports of San Diego and the port of Los Angeles had closed their harbors to recreational boating. And so we were very scared that the same thing was going to happen here. So we were contacting the mayor, council members, the Harbor Commission, our congressmen and women. Both of us were pleading with anyone who would listen to us about the importance of keeping the harbor open. It was one of the only places where people could isolate, and so that ended up becoming a great opportunity for us.
Which meant we needed to hire more staff, get the boats cleaned more often, get them sent out. And so we're actually continuing to sell boats during COVID and bring on more members. And so it actually turned out to be a very, very busy time for us. In the future, the cost of boat ownership is only going to go up. Not just the cost of the boats, but the cost of the insurance and the cost of maintenance and also the slip fee. And with that, the value that SailTime brings in reducing the cost of boat ownership is going to become more appealing. And I think more and more people are going to find SailTime as a value-added option.
What won't change is the whole family feel of SailTime and PowerTime from day one. This was a company all about, we want to know our customers, we want to know our members. So in terms of spending time with one another, doing social events, wrapped-ups and parties, special sailing events to hone in on your skills, all of that will stay the same, but we just hope that the family will grow larger and larger in the years to come.